And we are back on our episode of NBA 2K14. And earlier this last episode, we see the Dallas Mavericks crush the Oklahoma City Thunder by 20 points, 127 to 107. Dirk Nowitzki got 31 points, Vince Carter got 22, Monte Ellis got 19-11, Sean Marion got 18 on the other hand for OKC. Russell Westbrook got 33, Kevin Durant got 24, and Lamb got 17. A huge performance for the Mavericks to continue on the road on now 18-game winning streak. Presentation is ready. We're good to go now. So we got an interconference matchup here in Staples Center in LA, featuring the two of the highest superstars, featuring Carmelo Anthony of the New York Knicks take on Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers. The second matchup between those two teams already met the first. It was the Lakers beat the Knicks. It is going to be easy here in the first half. So now the Knicks trying to keeping the division, leading it to keep it. Right now you see the Nets already getting second. So hopefully the Knicks try to go to second place. So we're not going to do. So for this game, the Knicks going to use the blue and the Lakers going to use the yellow. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll be right back after this. Enjoy the video in Staples Center in LA. We're going to send it to Kevin Harlan here in Los Angeles. Anyways, let's get started. Enjoy. Here we go.
Thanks for joining us. Time to get ready for NBA action on 2K Sports. Tuesday night in the NBA. It's going to be the New York Knicks up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And now, let's go to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Enjoy the first half. I'll be back with more at halftime.
It's game time in Los Angeles. From the Staples Center, all the crowd ready to go as they look to cheer on the Lakers. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. And with Kobe Bryant, we'll be keeping our eyes on him.
Well, guys, with Kobe, it's all about the ability to create his own shot wherever and whenever he wants. And he does it with a combination of size, speed, and tremendous footwork.
Yeah, Steve, but it doesn't end there. I mean, even if you do manage to stick with him and get a hand in his face, it really doesn't matter. Hands just don't seem to bother him at all. His concentration level and confidence at such a high mark. Once he gets it going, there's really no slowing him down.
Looking at the Lakers, they took the win in their last game against Orlando.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
And it's out of bounds for the Knicks as New York retains possession. Lakers on D. Felton attacking. Smith. New York moving it around. And Anthony gets it to go.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play. Well, since the new CBA, the league has made the luxury tax much more punitive. But certainly the Lakers blessed with the financial wherewithal to be a tax-paying team. The problem is it can hurt your flexibility under the new rules just to make deals, and that's going to be the challenge for LA.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, Mike Woodson gave me a moment to catch up with him. I asked about their game plan defensively, and he said, well, we all know it starts for them at the point guard position with Steve Nash and his combination of elite shooting and passing ability. We really have to stick to our principles and work as a team if we're going to have success against him. Guys, we'll see what happens.
Thank you, Doris. You talk about the huge fan base for the Lakers, Clark, one of the marquee franchises certainly in the entire NBA.
I would even stretch that to all of sports, Kevin. The market and their finances clearly have helped them gain that stature, but you can't shortchange the organization, the people making the decisions. They've been a winner for a long time, and that's been the magic ingredient that's attracted fans, players, sponsors, the full package. Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Shots good from Young.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
Outside Jim. And the foul on Chris King. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, he's got to watch himself now. I mean, that's 2 fouls already, and he can't afford another one.
Antoine Jameson's checked in for Chris Kaman. Felton kicks to Smith. Anthony drops one in from the wing.
Boy, they are locked and loaded early. 3 for 3.
You know, playing in London during the 2012 summer seemed to do wonders for Melo. It often does wonders for guys that play with that national team. He came back with all kinds of confidence and seemed to be at another level.
Here's Felton. Following the basket by Kobe Bryant. For 3, Smith. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Smith's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Backing down is Bryant. Back to Jameson. This one for 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. And for Carmelo, boy, he really excels in international play, doesn't he? Always has.
Yeah, the three-point line is just a bit shorter, which kind of brings it right into his comfort zone. So he can play that zone buster role for Team USA. Tell you what, he can do so many other things too because of his size and quickness.
And here's coaches talk about his defense is better than they expected too.
Ironic, isn't it?
Very. Here's Felton. Steve Nash making his last shot. Smith kicks to Felton. Good on the shot.
Yeah, beautiful drive there, going right around the bigger man.
For the New York Knicks, they come in off a good outing against Cleveland.
And, you know, Kevin, what got them that win was the remarkable success they had from the floor. Their shooting was just tremendous.
You're a great shooter, but you know that kind of shooting is not something the team is going to get on a nightly basis. But when you do get it, boy, does it feel good.
And here is Chandler. After the three-pointer from Young. Smith drives in, and here's Felton from the arc. Gets it to go. Felton's got 5 now.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
And here's Kobe from the arc.
That's good. That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes for having the team behind the three-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Bargnani is checked in for Chandler. Martin comes in for Amari Stoudemire. Meta World Peace, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Amon Shumpert in for J.R. Smith. Now here's Shumpert, averaging 6 points per contest. World Peace, good.
But you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Blake kicks to Johnson. And it's Meta World Peace with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
But yeah, he had not established position.
Another note is that former NBA champion deserves the NBA team from the Lakers. It was Meta World Peace. The former Lakers, as the former name was Ron Artest.
You know, I prefer the ref to whistle with a block when in doubt. I thought that was a good call there.
1:05 left to play in the first quarter. From 10 feet out, and another basket for the Lakers.
What a start to this game. The offense is both dominating.
Tell you what, feels like a game on the playground. Forget about defense, just keep firing.
Here's Brigioni. Oh, and they're getting away the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Jameson dishes to Johnson.
Guys, that's simply surprising. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they want. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
For the Knicks, Hardaway's checked in for Meta World Peace, and Earl Watson is subbed in for Pablo Brigioni. Now here's Shumpert. Shumpert off the pick for Martin. He dishes it to Bargnani. Watson is guarded by Johnson. Here's Shumpert. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Shumpert's got himself going there. His first points in the game on the deep ball. Here's Blake. Shot's good. Outside Hardaway. Lots of room. And the Knicks good for 2. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. 1 second left. of the first quarter. Lakers lead by 4. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
We get closer and closer to the playoffs. Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies hit the road for a duel with the Denver Nuggets. It's happening next Monday night.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the... Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for Los Angeles.
Well, they're trying to play fast and trying to put the defense on their heels.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Knicks, they've got him on Shumpert. Hardaway is out there with Earl Watson. Then it's Bargnani, and it's Martin in at the 4. Plenty of daylight on that shot. 6 points for Amon Shumpert.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Johnson for 3. Gets it to go.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
That's good from Shumpert on the assist by Watson. Watson's got his third assist on the night. Bargnani against Keenan. The jump hook. And another basket for the Lakers.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
They sure are. You got to come up with something. A double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting ridiculous.
And the foul on Gordon Farmer. That is his first foul of the game. And New York making a change here. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Shumpert passes to Watson. Back to Shumpert. It's good, and the assist goes to Watson. Watson's got 4 assists now tonight.
He's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Gasol kicks to Stevenson. Young. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
And finished off by Keenan.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet.
And Clark power on the dunk.
Guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Kaman gave up his old caveman look, guys, but he's still an intimidating presence in the post. Good size and strength and doesn't really get pushed around. Also excellent timing when it comes to shot blocking.
Fades away. That drops. Farmer's got his first bucket of the night. Knicks trail by 8. Outside Hardaway. The 3. And again, New York with the triple. And Chris Kaman skilled offensive. Ambidextrous finishing inside and a good mid-range shooter.
Yeah, I think he's really good offensively. He's got a lot of skill. He's tough to handle. The question mark with him is defensively. His weak side rotations can be late. He's never really been, a center that you kind of solidify your defense around.
And the foul called on Stevenson. That is his first foul of the game. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for the Knicks. Anthony comes in for Shumpert. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Chandler throws it down.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. And you're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Kobe kicks to Keenan. Chandler with the steal. Here's Anthony. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Well, there's a reason he's one of the top scorers in the league. Melo is so versatile offensively. He gets in that triple threat position, and then it's a kind of a pick-your-poison dilemma for the defender.
Well, he's got a honey-sweet stroke as a jump shooter. He's equally dangerous putting it on the ground or attacking the teeth of the D or going over top of a good defender. We've seen it all the way back in Syracuse. This guy has gotten better with time, and he's one of the elite scorers we've seen in the league in a while. Now, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
Kicks it to Nash. Kobe. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Young covered by Anthony. Back to Kobe. 5 on the clock. Gets the three-pointer to go. Kobe's got 8.
That's not become effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Felton kicks to Smith. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
But that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Now a chance to check out Nick Young here. Last 10 games for him have been excellent. 12th in shooting percentage. And he's been quite an offensive threat, averaging enough points to put him in the top 20 in scoring.
You know, talking again about his field goal percentage, Steve, I mean, that's really been a strong suit for him, an area of strength in his game. And he's basically been efficiently and reliably scoring.
They get it back. Here's Gasol. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Gasol's got 4 points this quarter.
It's a great play under the boards for him, and that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, and they're there for him game in, game out.
That's a 2 from Smith, and that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. 7 points for J.R. Smith.
Now you threaten the defense inside and then find the open man on the outside. Good offense.
And Young kicks it over to Nash. Shoots the 3. Good. Nash has got his second basket of the night. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of the game. Felton against Nash. Back to Anthony. Kamen's there. Takes it from 10. And it's sent back by Kamen. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And here's Felton from the arc. And the shot is good. Felton's got 10. Now Kobe. And that's not going to go. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Los Angeles on top, leading by a point. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
Now, presented by Sprint. We're happy to be with you this Tuesday night. Keep it here on 2K Sports as we break down the first half. At Staples Center, the Lakers in a close one against New York. They let them hang around so far. Now it's anybody's ball game. Nick Young has been tremendous in the first half. How's that for a shooting percentage? 100. Yes, 100% from the court. Not too bad. Looking at New York, they're definitely making plays as well. Their second unit giving them instant offense. They've gone to their bench for scoring, and they've answered the call. Excellent output from Iman Shumpert in this one. His field goal percentage through the roof recently, and he is on fire again tonight. Checking out some of the games still in progress. The Oklahoma City Thunder are trailing Dallas out in Dallas, about midway through the third out there. And another game going on, a close game for the Magic at Amway Center up against Portland. Some good action there in the third, and we still got a close ball game. And the other game also going on still for the Cavaliers at Quicken Loans Arena. We find them trailing to Toronto. They're looking at a 10-point deficit in the third there. And that'll do it for us here in the studio. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of the game.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint. Welcome back to Los Angeles and a bird's eye view from above the Staples Center.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Nick Young. He's got 11 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Yeah, when he's been able to get squared up and get a good look at the basket, it seems like everything's been going in.
Inside the 7-footers, Gasol and Kaman. Nash and Bryant in the backcourt, and it's Young in at the 3. That's the Laker 5.
Last year, Kobe Bryant became the youngest player ever to get to 30,000 points in an NBA career. What an accomplishment. It just goes to show what a special talent he has been ever since he arrived in this league.
And here's Young from the arc. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Kobe's got assist number 5 here tonight. Felton dishes the step back. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little... nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. They're teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Kobe against Smith. Kobe, the pass to Young, taken away by Anthony. The dish to Felton for the tie, and that's 2 points on the layup. Felton has got 12 points in the game. And Steve, you talk about Kobe with 30,000 points. He's one of 5 players, certainly in NBA history, to score that many in a career. And Clark, when you think about Kobe in the landscape of the NBA, all the great players they've had, truly amazing.
Yeah, it really is. And part of me wants to think that if he really wanted the all-time scoring crown, he might be able to get there. But for him, as he said, it's all about rings and playing at the highest level.
New York calls timeout. Last time they met in New York.
Well, we knew going into that game what they were up against, but that's still no excuse for the way things turned out, Clark.
Well, perhaps it'll be a rallying point for him, Steve. I mean, knowing that the status quo isn't going to cut it against tough opponents, they might regroup.
Meta World Peace, he's checked in for the Knicks.
In his return to New York, I tell you, Raymond Felton looked to have his best season yet as a pro. He came in and made plays and filled the void left at the point guard spot for the Knicks.
And for Felton, I guess, just something in the water in New York. Stevie, he's played his best basketball in the big city.
Yeah, he had a good run there. Several years back before he was traded to Denver as part of that Carmelo Anthony trade. And now that he's back in New York, Felton once again having a terrific impact on that team.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing him. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Outside World Peace. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton has got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Kobe, and there's another one for the Lakers.
He is setting this place on fire. Fellas, this shooting has been off the charts.
Dalton kicks to Smith. World peace with a screen for Smith. Terrific design on the big play. He lays it in. 8 points for Meta World Peace.
They're rolling now. 5 straight hoops to start this quarter.
Shots good from Young.
They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number 1 for this defense.
It really does. I mean, it's not possible to give up that many points behind the arc and not pay the price in the end.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
And now we go to the 2K leaderboard to find out which teams have had the hottest shooters since All-Star. 4th spot held by the Lakers.
Yeah, and they're playing unselfishly, trying to get good shots every single time down the floor, and it's really paying off for them.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Arnani is checked in for Chandler. And it's Stoudemire in for Carmelo Anthony. Pass to Smith. Beyond the arc. That's good. Smith's got 10 points.
Well, when you think about instant offense, his name comes to mind immediately. It doesn't take much for him to get it going and run off a string of buckets.
And don't forget now, a walking highlight reel every time he steps on the court. His flair for the dramatic makes him worth the price of admission all by himself.
Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, very competitive action. I agree with you, Clark. I mean, this one could come down to the last few minutes the way it looks.
And that one's good.
He's mastered the finger roll. It's a pretty shot, and it's effective for him, too.
Lets it go with the 3. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Nash dishes to Kaman, puts up the baby hook, and he didn't get quite enough. Under that one.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
And that one's good.
Tough matchup there defensively. He just doesn't have the height or the length to bother that shot.
Outside. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
And yes, sir, that one drops. Bargnani's got his first basket.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. That's good.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let him fly.
Here's Prigioni, and it's blocked by Jamison. Farbar kicks to Kobe. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Kobe's got 12 points now in the quarter.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Chandler, the pass to Prigioni. He kicks it to Martin. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
That's a good shot for him there, but it's kind of puzzling to me that he's not calling for the ball today like he usually does. He has to do more if they're going to pull ahead.
Back to Young. There's the 3. That's in. Coming off an assist by Kobe. Kobe's got assist number 7. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Lakers lead by 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway.
Tune in Friday, March 28th. Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs go up against the Denver Nuggets. It's Western Conference action. Be there.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Los Angeles.
You know, one of the big stories has been the three ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And we're also seeing that power down low. A lot of good offensive moves down on the block.
And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Stoudemire and Chandler together up front. Pablo Brigioni is out there with J.R. Smith. And it's Shumpert in at the 3 slot. Here's Kobe. Again, Los Angeles.
This has been a terrific contest up to this point, and I would guess it's going to stay this way all the way to the end. Great matchup.
Probably so. Neither team wants to give an inch.
For 3, Smith. And again, New York with the triple.
Another baby bottom smooth stroke there. I mean, that's perfect form he's showing at the three-point line.
And Brigioni gets to Shumpert. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, look at the discrepancy in the assist column between these two.
Smith drives in. Ball's not loose. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Here's what the schedule says for the New York Knicks and what it looks like. After this run, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that game will be game 2 of 5 out on the road.
A lot of good games going on today, guys. And tell you one, the one that has my eye is the Golden State matchup.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Shoots from the line. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to be on Kobe Bryant.
Good job here in the second half. They're doing a really solid job of pounding that ball inside, and they're being intentional about it. And that's the way you succeed, getting that ball inside.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Heyman comes in for Gilbert Hill. And Paul Gasol is subbed in for Antoine Jameson. Dalton gets to Anthony. J.R. Smith on the wing. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And that's now 20 points for J.R. Smith. Kobe with it. He's against Smith. Kobe dishes to Young. 6 on the shot clock. Near the 3-point line. It's Nash. And another basket for the Lakers.
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Smith with it. Picked up by Kobe. Wasted no time on that one. And it's now 22 points for J.R. Smith. Los Angeles calls timeout. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push.
And refocus, Kevin. You got to take care of your body, and I think we ought to drink some Gatorade here, too. I thought I noticed some slip-ups here the last couple minutes from your end on the play-by-play.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni had to say to his team. We can't let up now. If we stay and make a few plays, we'll be right back in it. His message was clear. Stay the course, Kevin.
Stoudemire goes in. Boom! He chips it straight down.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
Such an imposing finisher around the rim. Intimidating to the defense, really.
He feeds it to Young. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And the threes continue to go down in that end with nothing happening with the other.
But the way to turn that around is defensively, by stopping their outside shot, not by getting into a shootout.
Felton kicks to Smith. Back to Felton. Some nice passing by New York here. Anthony drives in. J.R. Smith on the wing. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists tonight.
He's coming up big right now for this team in the fourth quarter. He's now 5 for 6 shooting.
Kobe kicks it over to Nash. And again, Los Angeles with a triple. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
You know, quite honestly, Kevin and Steve, I mean, this game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Well, then let's root for overtime. Why not?
Chandler, the pass to Carmelo, and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Got sloppy in a close game. You have to take advantage of every opportunity.
Outside, Kobe. Nick Young on the wing. It's up a 3, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
This looks like a 3-game shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. This has got embarrassing.
Felton goes in. Here's Stoudemire. Nails it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
What an offensive force Stoudemire can be.
Kobe against Smith. Kobe kicks to Nash. And stolen by Felton. Here's Smith.
That is a... one shot if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, very gutsy there. What more can you say? He got it done at the best time.
Kobe kicks to Nash. Laces one from 3.
What a floor leader he's been at the offensive end.
You know, he's done a terrific job of moving the ball around, sharing it, dispersing it, and running the show.
A big bucket there to quiet this crowd, Clark.
You know, that's exactly what you got to do. Take them out of the equation. Make those fans be quiet.
Yep, and that's exactly what he did.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, and the foul called on Paul Gasol. That's his first foul. Time ball here for the Knicks decide to talk it over. Here's Felton. Smith outside. Passes it to Carmelo. Anthony drawing the double team. Deflected by Young. Out of bounds. Knicks ball as New York keeps possession of it. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
They ran that inbound play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 2. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Nash.
Just in time.
Gets the big-time shot to fall, and we are headed to overtime.
That is ice water in the veins right there. I mean, that was a cold-blooded make.
Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we watch this one go now to overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So the Lakers 5 right now. Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. Antoine Jamison out there with Chris Kaman. And it's Young in at the 3.
The defense playing way too soft there, guys. He's just getting right to the rim.
Felton against Nash. Outside, Kobe fires for three. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. 31 points for Kobe Bryant.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys. This lead has been largely his making.
Felton dishes to Carmelo. That is good. The Lakers trail. Here's Kobe. Count. And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. What is unstoppable?
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
For your Lakers, Kobe Bryant.
What a clutch performer. He loves being in these situations, just relishes the opportunity. A lot of guys say they do, but you can see it in his face. He truly does.
Felton the best to Carmelo. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
And here's Los Angeles. Kobe kicks to Jamison. And another three for the Lakers.
He was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
Stoudemire, right side. A reverse. And it's good on the way in.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. About 90 seconds off the clock here in the extra period.
You know, a lot of players love playing with Felton because of the way he can throw the alley-oop. It makes it look easy, but believe me, it's not easy. Throwing a precise alley-oop is kind of an art form in this league. You got to put it right on the money and anticipate when that leaper is going to get to the spot.
Right. Art form is a good way to describe it. Felton makes it look so easy, but you know, it really is a play that requires a very good understanding between teammates as well. And sometimes I think we just forget that communication that is so necessary. Outside Anthony. Back to Felton. Just about 2 minutes in now to this overtime period. What a game. That's good. And that's 31 points for J.R. Smith.
You know, his performance has been so important to this team. He's as dependable as ever, guys.
And Kobe, here we go. It's stolen by Smith. Oh, and here comes Smith. All alone.
Wow, this has been a thriller. I mean, the way these teams are battling, just going back and forth.
Would you like to bet that this game may end on a buzzer beater? How much would you bet?
It's stolen by Smith.
Boy, that was a massive sequence of events there. Absolutely clutch defense. Trigger the break.
And we've seen games decided on plays, Clark, just like that.
Effort and hustle plays often are big plays for a team.
Yeah, what a time to blow up a play and then turn it into a slam at the other end.
Crowd roaring to life.
That was a huge shot. They're just about dancing in the aisles now. What an eruption in this building.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Nash gets to Kobe. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're losing by 1. 19 seconds left in overtime. Guys, what do you think?
No need to rush things, although I think you do want to get a shot off in time to the point where you miss it, you got a shot on the offensive rebound.
Well, if you have a play in your quiver that gets you a good shot, one you've been saving all game, now's the time to use it.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Smith on the wing, Chandler. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
Big call, Kevin. You just didn't get there.
That's a tough break, and that call gets an instant reaction from the fan.
Well, that's a whistle that did not go over very well.
Outside, Kobe. Oh, he got
is incredible. A sensational finish to a sensational game.
And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. An impressive victory in overtime after an exciting end in regulation.
You know what? In a long game, fatigue can sometimes affect every aspect of play. They didn't look tired at all to me.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant.
Wow, unbelievable finish in overtime. One of the great finish in overtime history ever seen this before. And a shootout matchup between the New York Knicks and the Los Angeles Lakers. Kobe Bryant get 37 points and 13 assists, including the game-winning shot at the buzzer beater in overtime. But unfortunately, again, I'm going to short video because of the problem. It was the copyright music sound by Chimpinko's intro, but doesn't do nothing. Nick Young got 32, Steve Nash got 25, J.R. Smith got 35, Raymond Felton got 20 and 18. What a good finish here as the Lakers beat the Knicks in a tight battle in overtime, 131 to 128, in a huge, scary ending for the Lakers. And earlier, because despite the Russell Westbrook, he scores 10,000 points. That was instead of the right now to continue winning streak on the road, 18-game winning streak right now in the game. So, let's now check out my upcoming schedule. We're gonna got the Nets, Bobcats, Suns, Wizards, Hawks, Timberwolves. Not gonna use the Hawks, Timberwolves. Instead, gonna use the Clippers, Pelicans. Gonna be our first game. Knicks, Kings, Raptors, Celtics, Cavaliers, Pistons, Nuggets, Spurs, Heat, Pacers. Our second game. We're here in Indianapolis, and the Grizzlies, Jazz. Well, that should be interesting. That should be good one right now because of those teams are ever than before. We're gonna be careful right now. You do it more something problem. So, first matchup we got the Nets and the Bobcats, and the Bobcats somehow to win. 38 points for Al Jefferson, 23-12 for Ben Gordon, 11-8 for Kemba Walker, and I even get triple-double by MKG. Joe Johnson got 17, Darren Williams got 13. Suns and the Wizards, and Wizards win 40 wins in the season. Bradley Beal got 23, Trevor Ariza got 18, Seraphin got 14 and 12, Butler got 17. And finally, Hawks and the Timberwolves, and the Timberwolves win 33 points for Kevin Martin, JJ Barea got 14, Ricky Rubio got triple-double, and Paul Millsap got triple-double. Won a huge end game here in Staples Center down to the wire as the Lakers beat the Knicks 131 to 128. Update some playoff pictures. Miami in the first, Chicago, Detroit, Philadelphia, Washington, Indiana trying to fight for number 5th spot in the East with Washington, Atlanta, Milwaukee, and the top in Orlando and Brooklyn. On the other hand, in the West, Dallas trying to get up to number 3 or 4 spots. Houston already top to clinch the first place. Thunder, Clippers, Spurs, Mavericks, Lakers, Warriors, and the Grizzlies try to keep in sight of the playoff picture. The playoff pinch continues. And more importantly, on April 2 and April 4, we got 2 flex games coming up. Pistons and the Pacers on ESPN Wednesday, our first matchup. Second game, not Grizzlies Timberwolves. Instead, it was the Warriors and the Spurs. Another Western Conference semis gonna be rematch continues. And on April 4, replacing for Nuggets Grizzlies 2, the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Lakers. That will be a good one here in LA. That should be interesting. And time to say fouls now. As being returned to NBA 2K14 since the absence due to the bad image or fatal arrows. On the other hand, it will be delayed because of the edit video will be coming up due to that I was eating food. So, next game on the other hand, we're off to Smoothie King Center in New Orleans. We got Chris Paul makes return to the New Orleans once again as the Los Angeles Clippers led by Chris Paul and Blake Griffin take on Anthony Davis of the New Orleans Pelicans, and followed by the second game of the very scary matchup here in Bankers Life Fieldhouse in downtown Indianapolis for a marquee matchup in the Eastern Conference. Meet again for the third time between the rematch of the Eastern Conference Finals between LeBron James of the Miami Heat take on Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. That should be a scary matchup. That'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin as the NBA Summer League kicks off yesterday and earlier today. That will be a good one here. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. What a huge finish here at the Staples Center in LA as the New York Knicks and the Los Angeles Lakers as the Lakers beat the Knicks 131 to 128 in overtime. This is Andre Kenshin say so for Bankers Life Fieldhouse and Indian Staples Center in LA. We'll see you tomorrow for another doubleheader here at the Smoothie King Center for the Los Angeles Clippers take on the New Orleans Pelicans, followed by the second game will be the Miami Heat and the Indiana Pacers here at the Bankers Life Fieldhouse. It's time to say sign up and peace out. Good night, and reminder, we'll see you tomorrow for the first game here at the Smoothie King Center for the Los Angeles Clippers and the New Orleans Pelicans, followed by the second game here at the Bankers Life Fieldhouse for the Miami Heat and the Indiana Pacers. Sign up and peace out. Good night and thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for another doubleheader. Peace.